Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Oh my gosh, okay, so I got ring lights, or a ring light for my birthday, as I showed in my last video, and I am using it now for the very first time. It's literally 8 p.m. right now. It is pitch black outside, but look! Oh my gosh, and I think you can like see them in my eyes. Wow, this is so exciting. I am so excited. Wow. Now I can film at night. This is so exciting. Wow, okay. Anyway, today's video is about my bullet journal. Last year, around the end of August, I got a bullet journal. And so I started using it in September. And it's just this regular, typical one from Amazon. I'll link it down below. But it's the dotted one. So it's completely blank, and I set it up myself in a video that I also posted last year. So now, since it is basically the end of September, I have been using this for 1 whole year, and I just thought that I would share with you my thoughts and experience using this bullet journal. Right off the bat, I decided to keep it really simple because I didn't really want to try to keep up with very complicated spreads, because I know myself and I know that after about a week I would have just given up. And honestly, even with this one, like, first of all, I think this is a week in May. It's either March or May, and it's just completely, yeah, it's March. So I made like a sleep tracker, and it is completely not filled in at all. And then, yeah, like, brain dump is empty, the week is empty. Clearly there were some weeks and months that I didn't really use it as much, so I wanted to keep it as simple as possible. So basically what I ended up doing is I have the spread for the month, and then I have my habit tracker and my sleep tracker, and then I have my mood tracker and my brain dump. So the way that I used this was at the beginning of every day. It ended up being the beginning of every day. I would track my sleep for that night that just happened, and then I would jot down stuff for yesterday. At first I think I did do the mood tracker and habit tracker at night, but like over the course of the year it kind of just happened so that I would do everything the next morning. That worked out for me, but as you can see, like near the end of it, so right now it's September, like this is kind of what a month typically would look like. Like I would start and then it would just, I would not finish it because it's so much to keep track of, you know, like you have your habits, your sleep, and your mood, and usually I wasn't in the mood so I just didn't end up doing that. I did really enjoy the sleep tracker that I made though. It's just very tedious because, as you can see, there's just so many numbers, like so much. But like to set it up every single month, I would just listen to like true crime and just do it for like an hour. This whole spread would take me like an hour to set up. Overall, I think that for me personally, the mood tracker was too much, but I think that when I set up my new bullet journal, I think I will try to include it again. I'm just gonna have to try to actually do it this time. I think I did do it most months, but it's not something that's like really important to remember your mood. I feel like, you know, tracking your habits, tracking your sleep is more important, but then at the same time, tracking your mood is good to like kind of see how your mental health is doing. So from that viewpoint, it is useful, and it's kind of cool to see how like your sleep and your mood correlate. And then obviously like it's important to keep track of your habits. Like for example, I just switched them out now, but I had a pillowcase that you had to hand wash, and I would do it once a week, but I would always forget when. So tracking it in here really helped, and it kept me on a consistent schedule of washing my pillow sheets and just stuff like that, you know. Like also I have a no buy section, so you know, trying not to buy anything, and with all the dots, those are all the successful days I did not buy anything. So just keeping track of that stuff that way. I had a finance page at the beginning, but I stopped using it in March. So that didn't really work. It didn't really stick. But I feel like, again, that's just something that I need to commit myself to doing, because keeping track of your finances is really important. And then I had also made a page for my wish list. I kept track of what I want to buy, but I didn't really stick to it. I don't know. That one I don't think I need to recreate, because I kind of just buy stuff when I want it. Maybe I should instead make a purchases list and then write down everything I purchased and the amount of money I spent, so that I can keep track of the actual money I'm spending. That would actually be a really good idea, because I don't really keep track of the money I spend and it's not good. Overall though, I think that sleep tracker, mood tracker, habit tracker, and then having the finances stuff at the beginning of the book were really good for me, because it kept me on track. I have the 5-minute journal that you're supposed to do 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at night, and that's something that's really hard for me to stick to, because I just do it for 2 days and then I stop. So even just something as simple as highlighting the hours I was asleep the night before every single morning would give me some sort of routine, a little bit of structure to my morning, because I always knew that I had to do that right away so I wouldn't forget when I slept. And honestly, for the most part, I did do it, because I don't know, it kind of just looks empty when you don't do it. So, you know, I did do it for most of the months, and it looks so satisfying. Look at that. That's so cool. And you get to literally just see when you slept, how much you slept. I don't know if that's weird. I don't know if it's weird that I'm into that, but I think it's really cool. And then, like I said, most brain dumps are kind of empty, but I did do some. Most were for video planning, and I really like that too, how this book, the way I set up my bullet journal, it gives me a whole page for brainstorming. The only downside is that it's only 1 page per month, and increasing it to 2 pages is a little risky, because some months I didn't use the brain dump at all, and then some months, for example this month, I can't show it because it has all my video ideas, but I used up the whole entire page. So I think that it's just knowing what you like, knowing what works for you. I still kind of need to figure it out. I think my next bullet journal, I'll set it up the exact same way that it is now, and I'll use it for 1 more year and see if I can actually commit to doing certain things like the mood tracker, and then next year I'll reevaluate whether or not it worked, because you know, I didn't fully use this, so I can't really judge. I did really like it, so yeah, I will definitely keep bullet journaling. Again, I'll link this one down below, the one that I bought. And in terms of markers, I just use these, I can't really read it, but I bought them off of YesStyle, so I'll link them down below too. But there's just a bunch of different colors. There's one missing because that's the one I'm using right now. And then in terms of pens, I just use a black ballpoint pen from Muji, and I love Muji pens so much. They're incredible. So that is what I do for my bullet journal. All in all, I think it's really great in terms of keeping track of everything, and I'm a person that really needs to write everything down. This is just a really nice way of not only knowing what I have to do that day and then checking it off once I do it, but also looking back and seeing all the things I did, how productive I was, and it's kind of nice to just you know, keep track of everything. I think that's so important. A lot of people use their phones, and that's fine, but the journal is just what works best for me, and I really like setting it up every single week and every single month. And my boyfriend's always like, why don't you just buy a pre-made planner? And I'm like, well, because I like doing it myself. I just turn on my true crime, get in the zone, pick a color for the month, and then just set it up. So it's really therapeutic too. So I highly recommend it if you're not super into planners. Maybe you don't like how they're set up. Maybe you're just not super into the whole using a planner thing, but this kind of thing would inspire you. or even if you're just a little bit curious. Like, I really do recommend just going ahead and trying it. Like, I was curious for such a long time, and then I finally just went on Amazon and ordered this one day, and now I don't think I can ever go back. And I know that my bullet journal is so simple. I'll link up here how I made it, but it is so super simple and easy. There are so many bullet journals that are way more complex, but I just feel like you gotta do what is best for you. Some people use washi tape to like decorate, or stickers. Maybe that's something I'll implement next year or next time. But I just know that if I set too much up, like if I add 2 or 3 more spreads, or if I make it like way more extravagant, that's kind of just gonna deter me from using it, and that's not the point. The point is just to have something that works for you. So that's exactly what this is. I hope that this gave you some ideas for what to do in your journal. I think that honestly it just comes down to do what is easiest for you, do what is most important to you, like what to keep track of, and just have fun with it. Use a bunch of different colors, stickers, markers, like do what you want with it. It is fully 100% customizable because you are starting from scratch. I really hope that you have fun on your bullet journaling experience, or if you already are a bullet journaler, maybe put some ideas of what you track or different spreads that you use in the comments so we can give each other ideas. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. I actually post 2 videos a week now, every Monday and Thursday. So I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!